this is Ian from Snip to It, and I'm here with an updated tutorial to show you a better way to make customized, personalized wavy stack text designs in minutes using 100% free tools. I'm going to show you how to do it using the no strings attached graphic editor at photopea.com. Photopea is web-based and doesn't require you to download or install any software. It is 100% free to use and doesn't even require you to sign up. And Photopea is universal. It works with Windows, Mac, and mobile devices. This is just a simple, effective design tool that allows you to use your own fonts and images to make whatever you want. I'm going to show you how to get great results using my templates. Mastering this technique only requires a little bit of practice, and you'll be learning a super trendy design technique. So, let's get started. Here are the four main things we're going to do in Photopea. Number 1, we're going to open and lock the wave template. 2, we're going to add and resize the text. 3, we're going to warp the text. And 4, we're going to save and export the file as a vector. First step, open photopea.com in your web browser. From the home page, click Open from Computer and open a template that you've downloaded from our site. The template will open in the main canvas window. If you want to change direction of the waves, open the Edit menu, select Transform, and flip horizontally. And before we get started, I recommend locking the template so you don't accidentally move it when you're working on your design. In the right-hand Layers menu, select the template layer, which will be labeled as Background, and click the padlock icon. Now we're ready for step 2, adding and resizing your text. In the left-hand menu, click the Type Tool icon. You can select your font from the font pull-down menu in the top edit bar. Photopea offers about 1,000 fonts, but I want to use a font that I have installed on my computer. So to use your own font, click the Load Font button and you will be prompted to select a font from your computer. Upload the font and click OK, and your font will be available in the font list to use. So the Type tool is still actively selected. So just click anywhere on the canvas and type your first line of text. By default, the text will be small. So select the move arrow from the top of the left-hand menu and click and drag the corner to resize the text. If you're using Photopea for the first time, you may not see any anchor points on the text box. To show these anchor points, look for the Transform Controls option in the top edit bar and make sure that box is checked. After you resize the first line of text, select the Type tool again and enter your next line of text. This next line will show up as the same size as your previous line of text. Resize the text and then add another line of text until all the text is added. It's important that each line of text is a separate layer. Now just a tip, this text warp technique works best when all of the letters are the same height. So I recommend using all capital letters. Now it's time for step 3, warping the text. Here's another tip before we start. When you're warping each line of text, you are going to need to see the template clearly. You can either move the other layers of text out of the way, or you can do what I do and make any layer of text that is in the way invisible by clicking on the eye icon next to each layer. To warp your text, right-click on the text layer in the Layers menu and select Convert to Shape. This converts the text layer to a vector. Open the Edit menu in the top menu bar and select Free Transform. In the Edit bar, click the Warp button and you will see a 3x3 grid appear over the text. There are 4 white squares at the corner called anchors. These are going to be used to resize the text. And there are also 8 blue circles called handles, and these will be used to warp the text. The blue handles appear when you click the white anchor points next to them. So this 3x3 grid is okay to do the warping, but I'm going to use the split grid tool to add more anchor points and handles for precision adjustments. To add more anchors and handles, go to the top menu bar and click the vertical split option. When you move your cursor over the text, you'll see a vertical line. Click the center of the text box to place this line right in the middle, and it'll automatically split your whole box into a 6x3 grid. You now have an extra set of white anchor points in the middle and also another 2 sets of handles. Start by stretching the white anchor points over the shape of the template. Click and drag the white squares to the edges of the template area. Next, drag the handles to adjust the text to fit the curved edge of the template. Click the next white anchor point to make the corresponding blue handles appear for the next section of text and adjust to the template as before. When your text fits to the edge of the template, you can adjust the warp of the letters by clicking and dragging the mesh lines inside the text box. I like to move the lines of the mesh until it matches the flow of the template, but you can warp the letters any way you like. When you have finished warping your layer, click the check mark in the top edit bar to confirm the changes. If at any time you've made a mistake and you want to restart, click the X in the edit bar and it will cancel all the warping and reset the text. Now repeat this process for all the other layers. Convert the text to a shape, open the Edit menu, select Free Transform, then click the Warp button. Add a vertical split in the middle, drag your white anchors to fit the template, and then pull the blue handles to adjust the warp. Anytime you can't see the blue handles, click the nearest white anchor to make them active. Adjust the mesh inside the grid to match the wave of the template, and then click the check mark to confirm the changes. When all the warping is done and you're happy with your text, now it's time to save and export as an SVG. First, get rid of the template. In the Layers menu, delete the template layer or make it invisible by clicking the eye icon. Next, open the File menu in the top menu bar and select Export As and then select SVG. You can change the file name and then click Save. So here's the great thing. In your SVG, every line of text will be its own layer. So when you upload it to Design Space, you'll be able to make each line of text its own color. Your SVG is now immediately ready to cut.